Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of How to Podcast. My name is Harold the Film Geek. If you've been following what we've been talking about, I've been trying to tell you about the different things that I've learned while podcasting, such as what kind of microphones to use, some tips of professionalism. I did do a little dibble dabble into enhancing your audio quality by doing a test run, but I want to expand upon that just a little bit more because I feel that there is more to give in that realm, because there's a lot of stuff you can catch from having a very good microphone to a really bad microphone. You can catch all these four horsemen of audio quality. This can be done for both video that you're capturing on your camcorder and audio that you're capturing from your microphone on your podcast. So it's good for anybody to learn who's doing any audio editing. Number one is echoes and room vibrations and reverberations. This room is pretty much, it's full. I'm sitting on a sofa that's pretty plush, so it should capture any echoing from the walls here coming back to me here, and it should be caught by this. If your room is very empty, you're going to get a lot of echoing. Now, an easy way to fix it in a podcast is a towel. People do it all the time. They'll stick a towel over themselves, huddle over the microphone and do it. You can get very hot doing that. So another workaround is to actually go in a closet, but the closet has to be full of clothing. It can't just be an empty closet, because then you'll get more of an intense echoing. Why do you want to make sure to clean it up before it hits the microphone? Because once it hits the microphone, it's almost impossible to completely remove. You'll get what they call audio artifacts. Audio artifacts are right there. It's like little clicking noises and stuff, and you can't remove them. I've gotten really bad audio from people asking me to clean it, and you can't clean it. It's impossible. Next up is overloading or clipping. Overloading is if you're talking too loud into this microphone, or clipping is like the clipping noise is like a ticking noise, and that's normally from a bad microphone or bad pickups. Normally you want to do a test run on your microphone to make sure your levels are dialed in just right. If you're using a mixing board like this, you just have to make sure you tweak and dial it in correctly, and that normally removes that. But if you get microphone, like if you get a new one and you plug it into your mixing board, or you get a new microphone and you plug it into your computer, not all microphones are built the same. The little cheapy ones are very sensitive and they won't try to not noise isolate, while the really expensive ones will, and they both need to be fine-tuned. So make sure you do a couple test runs just to test it out. The other one is compression damage. When you record in something like AudioFile, or you record in AVS Video, which is another program that I use, or any other program that you make, it normally records it as a WAV file, but it doesn't record it as an MP3, because MP3 is a compressed file. It's normally an uncompressed format that they normally make it in. Even your video, unless otherwise set up, is in an uncompressed audio. The reason why you want uncompressed audio is so you can have the wave there, and you can actually isolate stuff. So you can, normally you do a recording, you want like 5 seconds of blank air, and then you can edit that out. And if you go looking anywhere on Google, anywhere on YouTube, there's tons of tutorials on how to remove noise from any audio file that you have. But the trick is to have at least like 5 seconds of clear audio so the computer can get a sample. Once it gets that sample, it can clear everything out. But here's the thing, once the audio file has been compressed and compressed into an MP3, it's hard to clean. It's not impossible to clean, but it's better to have the raw format. With me, when I do my podcast, I try to keep one recording that's compressed and then one recording that's uncompressed. And then after like 2 or 3 months, I delete the uncompressed one because it takes up a lot of space on my hard drive, and the compressed one's small. So that's a workaround for that. The other one is background noise. Right now, you don't hear anything. You don't hear my neighbors playing their stereo loud. You don't hear a dryer going off. You don't hear a dog barking in the background. So because of that, you want to keep things quiet as it is now, because your microphone is like a set of ears. If you can hear it, your microphone might hear it. And it's best to go ahead and try to do it when everything's quiet in your home or in your apartment or wherever you're recording it. But if there is noise, there is some salvation. If you keep it quiet long enough, at the very beginning of the auto track, you can use that, and some programs can isolate it well enough. The other way that I do is a nice little workaround is background music. You can go to many different audio websites, pay like $5, $15, and you'll get an audio file that's like 3 minutes long. And you can take that audio file, play it at a level a little bit lower than your own voice. And what happens, because it's playing down here, it actually then masks any noises that you have. And it works. I mean, I've done it tons of times where I've had people blaring music over here or on the other side of me over here. I've had times where I had roommates who would be doing their laundry and my laundry room is right around the corner and you can hear it, and it clears it out, and you'll be surprised at how much you're able to knock out. But these are just some basic tips how to get rid of the 4 horsemen of the audio apocalypse. I hope that was very helpful for you guys. Make sure you tell your friends about it, and this is a knowledge video series. I'm trying to teach you what I know because it took me years to get to know all these things, and I just wish somebody would have made a video like this to spell it all out. So my name's Harold. Thanks for tuning in.